What's up, Earth's mightiest subscribers? It's Ernie, Blerd without fear. Welcome back to the channel. So last time we talked about Heroes in Crisis, which I want to say was Heroes in Crisis number 2. A lot of people got upset that Harley Quinn had bodied Batman, embarrassed Superman, and caught Wonder Woman slipping. And I'm sorry, it just is what it is, and I think it's funny that people are that upset. I love the fact that people were so butthurt that Harley Quinn ran fades on Batman, Superman, and Wonder Woman. It was hilarious. But anyway, nerds, Heroes in Crisis is back. Tom King has thrown us another one, and in this book, which does not have a whole lot going on because this is going to be a little bit shorter book, we do get to see a little bit more of the inner workings of Sanctuary. Not everything, but I think we get to see a little bit of a taste of what it is exactly that the people, the patients of Sanctuary, were doing. But before we get started, it only takes 2 clicks to become one of Earth's mightiest subscribers. Click. This book pretty much focuses on 3 particular patients of Sanctuary. And Lagoon Boy, he's still pretty much kind of like in this kind of culture shock state. He's reliving a moment from his life where he took a blast, which at first, initially, I thought that maybe he was reliving the moments where he was fighting against the children of Trigun and he got put in a coma, but that's not the case. This looks like it may be something else, or maybe that, I don't know. I'm not really up to speed on Lagoon Boy, so I wouldn't commit something like that to memory. But yeah, he's just dealing with this over and over again, and what he's been doing is at Sanctuary, because Sanctuary allows you to pretty much envision anything you want. It's a simulation that shows you anything you want to see, anything you want to hear, anything you want to do. And what Lagoon Boy has been doing is reliving his trauma, I guess in a sense to face his own fears. And what he's been doing is he sits there in this field and gets shot over and over and over again by a laser blast. And every time he takes a hit, he gets back up. He takes a hit, he gets back up. He takes a hit, he gets back up. So it was almost kind of like that one racist commercial they used to have where like the dude who played Lopan in Big Trouble in Little China would always be like, again. That's literally what's happening here. But what's going on is that literally he has just been sitting here for the last 3 some odd months that he's been at Sanctuary. He has been letting himself get shot over and over and over and over again. And I think we even get an actual head count on how many times he's been shot this way. It ends up totaling to 337 times. But one of the things that Lagoon Boy is kind of mulling over while he's doing this, for Sanctuary, for the simulation, it's been 337 times, but for him, it's been ever since the day that it happened. Every day he's recounting these events, what happened to the Titans and what led to his injuries. But they also focus on Booster Gold, who we've kind of been following him a little bit, throughout these first couple of issues of Heroes in Crisis. So I mean, he's not like a stranger to us at this point. We kind of know a lot about him, but we also haven't really addressed the things that he's going through. And while he's at Sanctuary, and mind you, I don't know if we really talked about this, but here's a couple of tidbits about what actually goes down at Sanctuary and how it works. The heroes that go here, who come here anonymously wearing masks and robes to hide their identity, and we're also told that it's optional to do so. They don't have to, but if they don't want to have their business out on Front Street, they can choose to not have their business out on Front Street. And while Booster Gold's there, he's taking advantage of the tech that they have available to them so that he can rehabilitate himself. And he does something very puzzling. His particular instance is very interesting to me because you know how you can simulate anything that you want. You can have anything that you want. You can relive any moment that you want. And that at some point he ends up creating a version of himself. And it's one of those things where it's like, why would you do that? What's the whole point of this? And then we see that this is Booster Gold dealing with himself. It's real easy to miss at first, especially if you've never dealt with any kind of psychological issues or you've never known anyone who's dealt with any psychological issues. But this is Booster Gold confronting himself. This is Booster Gold dealing with the person who he really is, and in a way kind of trying to make himself come to grips with who he is as a person and who he is right now by confronting his inner thoughts. And of course, this version of Booster Gold is being just as childish as he usually is, but also being serious at the same time. And before long, they even wind up duking it out for real. At least up until the point that the alarm bells start going off and something messed up has happened at Sanctuary, letting us know that the massacre that killed so many heroes at Sanctuary is about to happen. But before we get into that one, I want to talk about the third person that this book focuses on, and that's Wally West, a character who I think a lot of people mistakenly don't realize is their Flash, whether they realize it or not. Most people who are roughly my age, people who are in their mid to late 30s, most of you did not have Barry Allen as your Flash. He's your Flash now. But back in the early 80s, Flash died. Barry Allen was gone, and Wally West was the one who took up the mantle. From the mid-80s up until maybe just a little bit before the New 52 started, Wally West was the guy. Barry Allen was not back. Barry Allen didn't come back until a few years prior to New 52, which is why we got to know that character so well. So a lot of times when people tell me, oh, I hate Wally West, Barry Allen was my Flash, and you're younger than me, I think you might be mistaken. You probably didn't read Barry Allen unless you were reading the very early old day stuff. And back then, Barry Allen did not have much of a personality. But anyways, neither here nor there. What Wally West has been contending with is the key thing that has plagued him since he came back in DC Rebirth, and that is getting back to his family. So what he's been doing is he's been simulating being back with his wife, Linda Park, having his kids back, Jai and Iris, being a happy family again, even fighting crime together with the kids. It's just, he's so happy when he has these moments back. But it's all short-lived because, like I said, the alarms are going off. When Wally tries to find out what's happened, he gets there just in time to find Roy Harper dead. And at this moment, Wally is just reliving his trauma all over again because he's literally holding one of his closest friends in his arms who has just died. Roy and Wally have a history. They used to be on the Titans and they had a bond, and now he has lost yet another friend. But he doesn't have to wait long because I feel like this is Tom King letting us know who the definitive bad guys are here. When we were going through the motions of all this before, we were told by both Harley Quinn and Booster Gold, both characters believe the other person was the killer at Sanctuary. All of that aside, remember what I talked about earlier in this video about how people were so upset about the things that Harley Quinn did in Heroes in Crisis number 2. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and tell you right now, it has finally been cemented exactly, not necessarily who killed everyone at the Sanctuary Rehabilitation Center, but they very well let us know who killed Wally West, and that is Harley Quinn. Now, a lot of you are gonna be saying, oh, how could she beat a speedster? Here's the thing about comics that I think people kind of tend to forget. Fights, a lot of times, can be circumstantial. The same way you always see those memes about Batman versus so-and-so, and they always put in the caveat, no prep time. Well, it's kind of a similar situation here. Harley Quinn versus Wally West, but Wally West isn't paying her any attention. He's distracted by the death of one of his closest friends. He's in distress. He is mourning. He is not paying attention to what is going on around him, so of course, he's not fighting her in a straight-up fight, which is why she comes up, flanks him with the giant mallet for well over 80 D6 backstab damage, and kills him. And this right here, I'm going to tell you right now, Harley Quinn has been resubmitted as a straight-up villain. She is no longer the hero that, at least as of this issue, she is no longer the hero that people have been wanting her to become. She is going back to becoming a villain, but not a lackey to a character like the Joker. No, I think what they're doing right here is they are building Harley Quinn to become a villain in her own right, where she is a threat that people have to take seriously, no longer one of these joke characters that people are always like, oh, she's just got joke books. She's not real. She's not about that life. She's not out in these streets. No, I think that's going away. I think they are actually trying to cement her as a straight up villain who can give Batman a run for his money. And honestly, I think it's about time that this actually happens. But anyways, I feel like we're finally getting closer to pegging down the identities of the killers. I think it's actually a lot more obvious than what they want you to believe it is. I actually do believe this is 100% Harley Quinn and Booster Gold pulling the trigger, but I do also think that Poison Ivy is involved to some level, some degree. But anyways, you all let me know what you thought about Heroes in Crisis number 3, the reveal of who actually killed Wally West and presumably Roy Harper, whether or not you think Booster Gold is truly involved in all these other killings, and just what you thought about Heroes in Crisis number 3 as a whole. Sound off in the comments. If you enjoyed this video, Hulk smash that like button. And if you want to see more awesome videos like this one, make sure you click subscribe so you can become one of Earth's mightiest subscribers and tap that bell so you know when I post up. And if you want to become one of Earth's mightiest patrons as well, swing on over by patreon.com/blerdwithoutfear. And if you chuck in a buck, you can get some exclusive content. And if you don't want to become one of Earth's mightiest patrons, that's fine too. Hey, all I ask is that you like this video and share it with your friends. And who knows, maybe they'll become some of Earth's mightiest subscribers too. Anyways, thank you for taking the time to watch this video, and while you're here, go ahead and check out some of these other videos I got floating around here. But until next time, Plus Ultra!